Welcome back to Farming Sim 2022 with the Rude Man. Rough start today. Rough start. Oh. All right, I'm trying to settle down. I had so many things going on today. I forgot it was Tuesday, and I needed to live stream, and so I'm still eating French fries. I can't do that. I'm not going to do that. So, anyway, that was the last bite. I can't do it. Maybe one more. Okay. All right, let's run around and see what we got. Okay. What were we doing? A little bit of everything, I think. Hi, Andy. You got anything new brewed? Or are you back to it at all? I do have a cola. I'm not wasting it. I'll go ahead and kind of drink that a little bit. That's different. A little cola, that's different than trying to eat French fries. Check a little olive oil here. I will have to admit right off the top that those things that I was going to add to my sell point, I didn't get around to it. So, be warned. Thank you, Andy. Hi, Dennis. How's Dennis doing today? I'm doing okay. Just hectic stuff. Just too much stuff going on in my world at the moment. Stressful stuff. So, stuff that I don't even know what day it is. All right, what are we doing here? Could this get limed? This got limed, right? Lime. Potatoes harvest. Needs plowing. Of course it does, but what's that white? I did lime, didn't I? This Challenger. I love this Challenger, but man, it's big. You got an IPA coolant. Sweet. How's the arm doing? Is it getting any better? Little by little, hopefully. See, that was the deal with my ear when I had the COVID and all the stuff I had with COVID. It was just slow. It just took me forever to get back to normal. And I never really did get completely back. There was still a little bit. My right ear, I still don't hear as well as I did. What's wrong with my thumb? I don't know what's wrong with my thumb. Look at the dust fly off that thing. Whoa, talk about pig pen. Dennis says he's doing okay. Oh, dealing with the loss in the family. I'm sorry, Dennis. I've had my share of that this last year, and it's only going to get worse. One of the problems coming from a big family. Well, that's good to hear, Andy. Yeah, Dennis, I'm sorry. See, that's the problem I have with a big family. It's there were 13 of us siblings, and I've already lost a couple, but there's a whole lot more to go. As for me, I'm right in the middle, so I've only got 2 siblings that are older than me. Thank you, Dennis. What the? My thumb. For some reason, my thumb feels like it's soaking wet. And I've dried it. I got a thing of Darrow here that I'm drying it on. But it still feels like it's wet. I don't know what the hell it is. Maybe it's on. Maybe I got something on the controller. No, doesn't feel like it. I don't know. Maybe I've got weird feelings in my thumb. I have thumb feelings. It's just the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Anyway, well, we got this one done. So this one's ready to plant, I'm thinking. But let's see what we got going on up here. I got to get this harvester started again. Let's stop the plow. Holy smokes. I'm piling up poo. What the heck? Okay, this one's ready to go. Let's get him started and backed up here. All right, and then what do we got going here? I'll just keep dumping some grapes in here, keep it going. And why is this guy out here? Brother-in-law's father passed away. Yeah, see, I don't handle stuff like that well, so I have a tough time with loss. And you'd think I'd have plenty of time to get used to it. My God, I'm 70 years old. But family loss, we just haven't had that much. My dad and my mom, of course, my mom died when I was 6. My stepmom died several years before my dad did. What do I have on here? Olive oil. All right, let's get rid of that other truck over here. What's he got in him? Oh, he's got olive oil already. Okay, so that got rid of that. No, he still has a little bit left. All right, so let's take the other truck then, and we'll sell the olives. I'll go sell these olives. Because that's already full of olives. And I can get olives anytime I want. So we'll just get rid of it. Fingers still have pins and needles. Did they ever come up with a reason for this? An issue? Ever. Did they ever say what's causing it? Besides old age and, you know, shit breaking down. Is it raining? It's raining. All right, let me go. I don't know if rain... Does rain affect... oh, he's not doing anything. All right, we'll have to get thunder and lightning as well. Oh, my goodness. See, there's one thing I don't like about this game. Well, I shouldn't say I don't like it. I don't like it. It's one thing that kind of bugs me. Excuse me. And that's when it rains and it's sun shining. There's no clouds. It's just raining. It's crazy. Look, I can see my shadow, you know. Well, I could. No, I don't have a shadow. Why do I not have a shadow? Everything else does. It's crazy. It doesn't seem like it should be raining with the sun shining. And thunder and lightning as well, you know. It's like... Pins and needles, pins and needles. Let's make up a little song about Andy's pins and needles. Olives are not accepted here. Oh, it's another thing I have to add to my store. Doggone it. While I'm thinking about it, I get my pencil and write it down. I always keep a pad here next to my mouse pad. Hey, mouse pad and paper pad together. Anyway, there you go. And this thing sounds like it's missing. Listen to those windshield wipers. Man, it sounds like heartbeats. See if we can get rid of the rain. There's some clouds. Finally, I've seen some clouds. Still sunny though. All right, there goes the rain. All right, what are we gonna get here? $50,000?
Oh, yeah.
JJ, cheers. You got a trapped nerve in shoulder and neck. Old age. Yeah, I guess. JJ, what's new, buddy? Okay, this one here I can be liming, I guess. This field. Oh, I gotta pick up that poo too. Poo too. dump the slurry, grab the tater truck. There's the tater truck. Man, can't keep up with this farm. I know Tim wanted me to play some different farm, but I didn't even realize it was Tuesday today to come in and live stream until about 10 minutes before it was supposed to start. Man, I really need a haircut. My hair's getting pretty long again. When it starts curling up on itself, I know it's time to get it cut. You can't see it very well, but it's very, very curly. And it doesn't look it because it curls up, but it's actually quite long. It's probably about that long. If I would grab that and pull it, it'd be about that long. It just curls up, so you can't tell, which is good. I mean, you know, I don't comb my hair. I never comb my hair. It just grows. It's so tight and curly, not much. You can't do much with it. When I take a shower and I get out of the shower and I dry it, then I just take my fingers and just kind of run through it like that. I don't comb it at all. Doesn't do any good. It just is. All right, let's get this guy started. And excuse me, we'll go up to that other field up there. Watch it up. Keep it clean. Keep it clean for the day. JJ's working at the fairgrounds this week. Are you guys getting ready for a county fair or something? Or is this cleanup? Maintenance? I remember I used to, I was the official photographer for the Toppenish, Washington rodeo. It was a big rodeo. It had, over the years, I don't know if it's much anymore, but it used to be a decent rodeo, a big deal. And I had my own little studio, photography studio, but I also broke horses, and they would let me use their facilities for my horses and stuff. So in the off season, so I broke a few horses around, the arena. I'd use the arena, and they let me do that. But I also did their photography, so for their brochures and stuff. The photos for their brochures, a lot of them were like action shots, during the rodeo when they were bucking broncos and lassoing steers and barrel races and things like that. And I would get out, I had a press pass, I would get out in the arena with the clowns for protection and get those up close action shots, And with telephoto lenses, I didn't have to get that close. I wasn't in any danger. But obviously, they don't want anybody out there that shouldn't be out there. So I would just mingle with the clowns. And then I would take my photographs that I did, and there was a school teacher, happened to be my wife's roommate. Carol and I had barely met because I had to go out. Her roommate was the one helping me with the brochures. She did typesetting And the typesetting, what that means is when you read a book that's got pictures in it and words, well, obviously somebody does the photography for the pictures, but somebody has to put the words in. And so a good example would be a newspaper where you have the front page where it's got articles and pictures mixed in. Well, the typesetter's the one that sets the words. And if you have pictures to go in there, they put the words around the pictures in a manner that makes sense. So to make a brochure, it would take two people, one to do the typesetting and one to do the photography. So we worked together getting that done. That's how I met Carol, because I would go to the typesetter's house, who again happened to be Carol's roommate, and we would take my pictures and her words and spread them on the floor and put them in some form that made sense. And then we would tape it all together and take it to the printers to make the brochures. But so I did some work for the fairgrounds, and they let me use their facilities. And one of the reasons they let me use the facilities, we're on the Yakima Indian Reservation. And I was breaking horses for the Indian Nation. So they didn't mind me using the facilities because I was breaking their horses. Beer money. Cleaning up at night. It sounds like you're doing gangster work. I'm cleaning up at night, taking care of the trash, man. That sounds dangerous. All right, let's see if I can get this done. I got something that didn't get done there. I'm going to have to work on. I don't know how in the hell that happened, but it did. All right, we'll let that go. Let him get a job done. Whomever that is. What's Andy do for beer money? So Andy, does your hobby cost a lot of money, or is it pretty cheap to do your beer making? Well, you know what I need to do? Well, first of all, I need to get this guy going again. And I need to get some straw to the animals. I haven't put straw in the animal pens for a long time. I wonder if they even need it. Let me go check. They're still making poop. If you don't put straw in, the cattle won't make poo because they need straw to make the poop for some reason. If they don't have straw, they're not producing poop. I don't know what that is. That's kind of weird. Lori's in the house. Hi, Lori. Roughage. Is that what they call it? Carol gets her roughage. She buys stuff. I'm trying to think of what it is. It's some kind of powder that she mixes in water. Can't think of the name of it. It's a common thing. Hopefully we've got straw. Oh, we got a little. I need more straw. That reminds me, one of these fields is going to have to be some kind of grain so I can get straw off of it. Because I need straw. So when I plant, when I seed, when I plant, when I seed, when I plant, seed, plant, seed. Hey, did I tell you guys on the last live stream that my daughter's cat got attacked? I think I did, because I remember Tina being upset about it. Poor cat. Okay, Andy says that just buying the equipment. I would guess that would be the case, that your equipment, because you can buy. I saw it wasn't beer, it was mead. Man, I should have shaved. I wasn't prepared at all for this stupid live stream. Anyway, I was looking at mead. I didn't know what mead was. It's mead is a drink made from honey. And I was looking at Amazon for $50. You can get a mead kit for making mead. Gives you everything you need. And I remember somebody saying $50. That's a lot of money. Well, yeah, except for the equipment you can use over. So once you buy the kit and you make your first batch, that's $50. But your next batch, all it's going to cost you is a little bit of honey and whatever else goes in the mead. What do I have? Straw. Why am I going this way? Anyway. Yeah, so Andy's saying it's the equipment that costs, but that makes sense. I was talking about the cat, though. Amy called me. She was all upset. They've been away from the house for a little bit. And the cat kind of has a cat door it goes in and out of. But it's just a little cat, a kitten cat. And she hadn't been home for a while. Got home. Couldn't find the cat. Went out looking. Hi, Rob. I'm doing great. How's school, buddy? You doing okay? Wayfair had a deal. What's Wayfair? Is it like Walmart? We don't have Wayfairs, whatever it is. Anyway, story cat time. We think a raccoon got it, and Amy didn't find it. She'd been gone for a couple of days, and there's still somebody at the house, but they're working. So they would feed food out for the cat, and then they'd go to work. So what happened was the cat got attacked. We think it was a raccoon. Coyote would have eaten it. So we think a raccoon got the poor cat. It kind of messed his head up a little bit. And then there was a big gash clear down its side, close to its lungs and heart area. And it was an open wound, quite bad. And of course, Amy came home, found the cat. She calls me, she's crying. And she doesn't know what to do. And I said, well, how bad is it? I mean, you can tell. And she said, I can't tell. I barely could tell if it's alive. It's barely alive. And she says from the time frame that we figured, the cat was maybe laying there for a day or so, suffering. And so, of course, you got two choices. And one of them was going to the vet. So she took it to a local vet. And the vet wanted her to take it to Portland, which is 100 miles away. And Amy was just bawling, and she said, "Can you at least look at the cat? It's not going to make it to Portland. It's dying, and it's suffering, and it's been suffering for at least a day." And so they looked at it and said, "No problem, bring it right in." And I don't know why they were trying to pawn it off, but they did. They got the cat stabilized, took care of the wounds and everything, and the end story is the cat's home now and has got the reason why it was dying was an infection. It had a really bad infection from that open wound, and so they got that all taken care of. It's on pills and medicine and stuff like that. It's stable. I just saw a picture of the cat. It's at least up and alive and moving around and stuff, so I think it's going to be okay. But the poor thing sure suffered, though. All right, I figured this out the last time, didn't I? I think I can go to the other end and hit the trigger with the truck being mostly outside. Let me try that. Mailman's here. Let's see how this does. Yep, that worked. Sweet. Yeah, the cat's name is Mila. I had a picture on my phone. I don't know how to put it on the computer though. I don't know if you can see this or not. I can kind of show it, maybe. I don't know. There's quite a bit of glare there. I don't know how much you can see. Yeah, it's too washed out from the light, I think. But she's doing better. The scar is running up and down, but anyway, she's gonna be okay. That took all my straw. So it probably needs more. Let's go pick up some poop. We'll mix the poop and the straw together. I'm not a cat lover, but I don't like to see any animal hurt. I don't dislike cats. It's the same way with dogs. I'm not a real dog person either. So, I never considered dogs and cats pets. They were just working animals on the farm. I look better with a cat face. Alright, I gotta go check the Limer. What's he doing? Oh. Sugar beet guy. Where's sugar beet guy? There's a lot of sugar beets. My God. This isn't the only field either. Although I think that other field up to the left there is potatoes. Oh man, I think I could have got a little further away there. I guess. Still going in the trailer though, so it'll be okay. Costs a little bit of money though. I think the vet bill was about $400. All right, we got a full load. I'm gonna take these first of all because I can't remember, but I think I filled the factories up, but let me check to make sure. We'll run up to the factories and see if it'll take any of the beets. Also, I think the pig food factory takes beets as well. The pig food factory takes beets, potatoes. Was it potatoes? Hell, I don't remember. I'll have to go look. You named your cat Benji? That's a dog. Benji was a dog, wasn't it? I know Benji doesn't have to be a dog or cat. I was just kidding. All right. What was I going? That's the oil factory. Now, wait a minute. These are potatoes. I mean, the factory's potatoes. This is the sugar factory over here. What am I doing? See if it'll take any. Yeah, it was pretty full. So, and that thing holds a lot of sugar beets. So, I'm thinking that I'll take this over to where the pig food factory is and see if it needs any, and then I'll sell the rest. Ow, ow. Rough road. Posted it to Discord. I'll take a look. Woohoo! Well, it was just a movie dog. You can name it Benji. Benji's just a name, but there was a movie with the dog, and it was such a popular movie that people couldn't remember the breed of the dog, so they just said it was a Benji. I've heard that many times. What kind of dog have you got? It's just a Benji, because it looks like that dog. They couldn't tell you what it was. But then again, most dogs nowadays are mixed breeds anyway. You know, so they're all mutts, really. Heinz 57s. And when you do get a pure breed dog, people are greedy, and they keep interbreeding them till they're crazy because they just want to sell them. What the hell did I just hit? All right, I think those are beets. Maybe they're potatoes. I don't know. Let's see. Huh. See what it says. Okay. So it's potatoes, beets, and some kind of grain, looks like. I did this the last time. I'm gonna get stuck in those trees. I'm gonna go around. I can't remember what that factory is back there. Uh-oh, they rigged it, huh? Hang on a sec. I'm back. Yeah, Carol goes swimming every day in Astoria. There's an indoor pool, and it's a big facility. They've got one of those river things. It's got big pools, and then there's a river path one that goes around, and it's water that flows really fast, and you walk against it for exercise, and that goes around. And then there's a regular swimming pools, and then they've got the facilities for people in wheelchairs so that they can lift them up and bring them over, kind of like a crane, things like that. It's a really nice facility. And then there's one pool that's got some like little what do they call them, slides for the kids, that kind of stuff. Anyway, she goes over there every day and has exercise classes, and the chlorine just eats the hell out of your swimsuits. So I keep buying her swimsuits, and just got her a new one, and it came today. And so she just came in to show me what this swimsuit looked like. So keep her happy. She likes to color. She wasn't sure about the color. The first one I bought, and she likes a particular style of suit. It's a one-piece suit. And so I'm having trouble finding that suit again because the style's a couple years old. And so the first one I bought was red in color. The second one was purple. And I couldn't find either one of those anymore. And so they had a blue one, but it's kind of an aqua blue. So it's kind of a greenish blue. And so she wasn't sure if she's going to like it. And I said, well, you're running out of choices if you want that particular suit, because I can't find them anywhere. And so I ordered it. And so she just decided she really loves the color, so that turned out good. So she got the same suit she likes, and a new color. So I'm playing that space game. This came to mind because of wives. This morning I zipped my ship into a system, and there's another ship in the system, and they're asking for help. And it's the Robinson family, a man and a woman, and they're arguing because they're looking for a particular planet, and she thinks that he's lost, so she's talking him into stopping somebody to ask directions. Does this sound familiar? So I get a choice to side with the husband and say, no, he's on the right course, or with the wife saying, no, he's already passed it and he's lost. And the funny part is, the first thing that popped in my mind was you always take the side of the wife, because if mama ain't happy, nobody happy. Doesn't do you any good to argue. So I sided with the wife. I said, the wife is right. And the guy took it on the chin, and okay, fine. I'll never hear the end of this, blah, blah, blah. And, went about their business. But if I decided with the guy, the wife would have she would have kept on toward a poor guy, made his life miserable. So you always got to side with the wife. Many years of experience there. And plus, you got to pick your battles. They're cheating kids. That's bad. Craig's in the house. Hey, Craig. Oh, yeah. See, Rob was Tom Sawyer last year, wasn't he? Happy wife, happy life. Yeah. Well, I find that in most the arguments that we have, I'm not that tied into which way. It's, I prefer this one, but if you don't mind, okay, I'll give you an example. Tuna fish sandwich. I grew up in a family that made tuna fish sandwiches, and they used Miracle Whip. So I make tuna fish sandwiches with Miracle Whip. I'm lazy. I don't want to cut pickles up and stuff like that. So I'll just take a little bit of relish, hamburger relish, and squirt in there and mix it up. Maybe a couple little spices or something to make it a little bit more flavorful. Whatever. But that's how I make it. Carol grew up with mayonnaise. Carol will not eat the kind that I make. So we have a choice. We either take the can of tuna, cut it in half. Here's your tuna. Here's my tuna. You mix yours. I'll mix mine. And we'll each have a sandwich. Or I can just eat her kind. So this is an argument and a fight that I don't care. It's just a friggin' sandwich. So if we're both eating, if I'm eating tuna fish, I'll make my kind. If we're both eating tuna fish, I tell her you make yours and I will eat your tuna fish. It's a fight I don't want to have. So you got to pick your fights. And it doesn't bother me that much. I don't mind tuna fish with mayonnaise. I prefer Miracle Whip, but I don't mind it. And if I don't have to make it, then I don't care. Use mayonnaise. I'll eat it. I don't care. It's just a sandwich. But that's an example. She will not eat my kind. She just won't. So usually I'm the one that has to compromise on stuff. And the argument over the years where the man refuses to ask directions, that's pretty common. I always will tell her, okay, now really, Carol, stop and think about it. Every time that I got lost on vacation, we always found something of interest that we would have never found had I not been on the wrong road. Every time, whether it's a restaurant or or something interesting to see, but some of the best things we've ever experienced on vacation are things that we found because I got lost. And I get lost easy. I always find my way back on track. I've never got lost. Never got in trouble being lost. I've gotten lost and maybe drove a few extra miles that I wouldn't have had to drive. But other than that, I've never had any trouble from being lost. Uh-oh, trouble. I gotta fix that. I'm gonna lime the pigs. The pigs are gonna be limed. Get a sat nav? Are you kidding? We call them GPSs over here. I had to read that 3 times before I figured out what you were talking about. A satellite navigator. We call it GPS. We don't call it satellite. But anyway, those things are great if you know, if you've got a good idea of where you're going. If you've got a good idea where you're going, those may help you. But if you've got no idea where you're at and you're using one of those, they can throw you off like nobody's business. I've gotten to a place where I was out on some stupid road that shouldn't have even been able to be driven with a car, telling me to go right into a swamp. So can't trust those damn things. Where's my Jeep? Oh, I know where it's at. Never mind. Let me see. Is there room? Uh-oh. Cows are being fed again. I said pigs. I meant cows. But you know what? Cows are pigs sometimes. Okay, this isn't working out. See if it'll take it. Take my slurry. Rob's got some money saved up for beer runs. No scorpion again today, huh? Been getting kind of chilly at night now. We're down to lower 50s. It got down to upper 40s the day before yesterday. At night. And the thing I hate is happening already. And that is, it's dark by 7 o'clock now. In the Summertime, it stays light almost to 10 o'clock. It starts getting dark around 9:30-ish. But it's still not completely dark till close to 10 in the summer. And then it starts going the other way. And now we're down at 7:30. It's already dark. I hate it. Winter's coming on. All right, we're full up. So we'll run to the other one. I'd get some more while I'm here, though. Fill that thing up, haul it to the other one. Oh. I need to get some digestate. I don't have any. I'm about to buy some. Rob says he hates it too. Yeah, Rob. Pretty soon. I really didn't like it when I was working. At least I'm not working anymore. Because I went to work fairly early in the morning. I was on the road by 6 o'clock, no later. And dark, pitch dark. And then I didn't get off till 5 or 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Pitch dark again. So it just really messes with your head. Lori's been hoarding again. Actually, Lori's been following behind Craig. Craig's bucket's been leaking. Lori's getting all his leavings, I think. Because he's hoarding. Craig's the one that's hoarding. All right, it looks like my TMR machine over there is out of product. Okay, I think that's hay. That means this is silage, and that's straw. So I'm out of hay and straw. So I'm going to have to plant a couple of fields with some kind of grain. All right, I don't have digestate, so I'm going to get some here. Alrighty, it looks like the sugar beet guy is ready to get dumped again. Lamborghini? A Lamborghini? Is that what you're saying? I haven't used a Lamborghini tractor since like 2015. Farm Sim 2015, 2013.
Oh, yeah.
Cheers, Craig. I'm going to the sale point. breaking the speed limit. Speed limit's only 50. This tractor really whoops 64 with a full load. It's got a full load. 2 million. 2 million tons of beets, and it's doing 60-some miles an hour. Oh, that's not right. Provic, I thank you, and Dancing Twinkies, thank you. I'd give you a free tractor, but I don't have access to my other computer. So somebody give Provic one of the free My Tractor, because I can't do it. I'm using my other computer right now to edit and render, and I can't go over there and do it. I think the My Tractor's pretty cheap. I can reimburse you, whoever does it. So, there you go, Provic. There's your free tractor. The only one I can afford. Isn't it huge? I love that one. All right, what else we got going here? Let's see. I needed. Where's my other truck? Where's the poop truck? I'll use the poop truck. We used the poop truck. It needs a washing, don't it? Who? Thanks, Andy. Not my favorite drink. McDonald's Coke is not real good. I've actually talked to other people, though, that have told me their favorite soda was from McDonald's. Maybe it's just our McDonald's, but it's really watered down, really bad. How long have I been streaming? Are you talking about this particular stream, or how long have I been a streamer? I'm really not a streamer. I only stream this farm game twice a week for my subscribers that are into the farming, because I don't play this game anymore. I stopped playing this game. I played this game for 10 years, and I don't really play it for fun anymore. Well, that's not true. Occasionally, if I'm bored with everything else I'm doing, I'll come on and farm for 4 or 5 hours for fun, but not often. I used to farm every day, but I don't anymore. So since I'm not actually playing the game anymore, I stream it for those subscribers that like to see it and are still playing the game. But I'm not really much of a streamer. It's not my favorite thing to do. Which now reminds me, what was it I was doing? I got this guy out for something. Oh, I remember. I was going to get some hay. Hay. The TMR machine needs some hay and straw. Which I don't think I have any straw because I gave it to the cattle, but I do have do have hay. Whoops. I have a big hole in the side of my building now. But I've got some hay and some silage that I can get. So let's do that. Not the grass. Don't take the grass. Take the hay. Sure, Ultra. I can do that. So, are you familiar with this map? This is a map of Texas, and it's basically the cattle ranch. That's basically what you have. So you've got fields that you can work, but the main part of the map is just doing cattle. So let's get, where's my flight at? Running, super strength, flight mode, there we go. Okay. Let me put my speed boots on too. Okay, hang on. Let me do this. All right, let me get up in the air a little bit. Okay, so what we did is this was basically your main farm was the cattle, and I added all this other stuff on the side here. This part here is in the map, and it's got its own TMR maker, a grass dryer, that kind of thing. I put in a corn dryer because I do a lot of corn and dry it and sell it. But here's your main part of the farm was this right here. That actual cattle farm was not there. I put that in. So that's dairy. That's dairy. So mostly it was just cattle for slaughter. I added everything else. All these little, sheep and pigs and chickens. Those are all added. And that's a TMR factory right there. I used it instead of that silo because that silo is really slow and it doesn't hold very much. So I have a bigger TMR factory. And then we got a pig feed factory there. And then the rest of the farm was all fields, except for a couple of houses here and there. But it's a very small map. It's not very big. And then there's a little bit of a where you buy your cattle right here. That's part of the map. And outside of a couple of little farms, then you got this. This was your only production down here. And it's basically just storage, just grain storage, a gas station, and a sell point for grain. And that was it. What we did was we increased the farm to include dairy, pigs, sheep, that kind of stuff. And then I took a field down here and put all kinds of production. So one of the things I don't like about the game is that you can grow crops and sell them, but you can't do anything with the crops. So I want to be able to do things with the crops. So I've got a coffee shop right there. There's a bakery that does cakes and things like that. There's a flour mill. There's a cookie factory for making cookies. You can take and make oatmeal raisin cookies if you have oats and that kind of thing, which of course takes milk and sugar and stuff like that. So there's a dairy there that makes butter, obviously milk, and chocolate for the cookies. Okay. Then I've got a raisin factory there for making the raisins to put in the cookies. There's a sugar factory here for making all the sugar. I've got a clothing factory that takes wool and cotton and it makes clothes. And then over here, I've got a hat factory that makes hats and things out of straw. So if you have excess straw, that's a good thing to have. Then I've got an oil factory that makes all different kinds of oil, olive and canola and, corn oil, that kind of stuff. There are 2 potato plants. This one makes potato chips. This one makes potato chips also, but it also makes French fries. So I use this one to make French fries, and I use that one to make chips. And then I've got a couple of greenhouses. The one on the left there makes coffee beans, or you grow coffee beans. And then that one grows grapes, and this one does olives. And then that one does strawberries. And I use the strawberries to make the cakes. The cake takes strawberries. And then there is a slaughterhouse here that I bring all of my cattle and pigs to slaughter. It makes 2 kinds of beef products and 2 kinds of pork products. And then there's a coffee factory right there. So you take your coffee beans in, and it makes coffee, and puts them on pallets, and then you take the coffee and sell it to the coffee shop over there. And that's pretty much it. The only thing I would like, it's a pretty good map. The only thing I'd like is it's Texas. I would like to see a bigger version of it. Texas, everything's bigger in Texas, right? Anyway, but it's a lot of fun. Scorpion, one of my moderators, is from Texas, and he and I are playing this. So when I said I don't play the game anymore, that wasn't quite true. I got into this game with him, and when I'm not live streaming, he and I'll get on Discord and we'll be playing it together. Not together. He's playing his version of it. I'm playing my version of it. And so, but we've pretty much copied what we do. He'll put something in, I'll put something in. He'll say, "Oh, that's a good position for that." And I did the same with him. I think my fertilizer factories, I have 2 of them here. I've got 2 of these and his are not where mine are. But I've got 2 of these because with this dairy farm right here, this dairy farm, you can have 5,000 head. And every 15 minutes that poo is full. So I have to have some place to deal with the poo and the slurry. So I put these fertilizer factories in, and it makes this fertilizer. And that fertilizer sells like nobody's business. Man, you can make a ton of money selling fertilizer. All you need is poop and slurry, and it will make fertilizer. If you want to make it even faster and better, you can put digestate or digestate in with it. Now, there's no way to get digestate on my farm. I've had factories that made it before, but not on this one. So I have to buy the digestate. But you don't need it. You can just do the liquid and solid poo, and it'll make fertilizer. But if you put digestate in it makes it better, and you can sell it for more money. Anyway, there you go. Let me go see. Where was I? It's full up again. All right, did we get full on that one? I think so. Let's get this guy back. You're welcome, Ultra. So I'm assuming you're having fun on this map. It's a good map. I like it. Well, we had an overcast day. It's just now, the sun is just now coming through. But you can tell the shadows are getting long already, and it's only 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Wow. So for those that don't know, I got 3 computers setting here. I've got 5 monitors. The computer just to the right of me that I am rendering on right at the moment, it's my workhorse computer. It does all the work for me that I do with the editing and that kind of stuff, and rendering, compressing the things I have to do. But there's an extra monitor that I use. I've got a a webcam that shoots out the window here in my studio. My studio I keep pretty dark. It's complete dark except for this light that's shining on me. I like a dark room. I get enough light from the monitors. Too much. But because I spend a lot of time working on videos and things here, I keep a webcam stuck out the window so that I can look over here and see what's going on outside. And I laughed when I did it because my wife told me I should get outside and smell the roses once in a while. And she came in a couple hours later and said, "I thought you were going to get up and smell some roses." And I said, "No, look, I can see it from here." So it was a joke. I put the camera in the window so I could see outside and tell her I don't need to go outside. I can see it right here. Well, what happened was I got used to seeing what was going on outside, and I left it there. And so it's still there. It's on all the time. So I can see what's going on in my front yard, across the street. And across the street is a grade school, so it's a busy street. But it's kind of funny. So when I talk about the weather and stuff, I'm actually looking at it, on the monitor. It's a good map actually to do that, Ultra, because the mod author didn't really put much on it. There really isn't. There's some nice sized fields and the cattle pens. It's pretty much all there was. We added most everything else ourselves. All right, let me get that hay out of there. Uh-oh. I knocked a sign out in the field. No Tina today. All right, Rob. Take care. Catch you later, Rob. Yeah, that'd be cool to see what you've done. How come this isn't unloading? There it goes. Wow. He jumped right to it when I hit the right button. Now, on this farm that I'm playing, I don't have a lot of cattle in the dairy. On the one that I was playing offline, I had 5,000 cattle in there, and I could not keep up. I just literally could not keep up. I was constantly taking poo away, just constant. I couldn't do anything else. So I started selling dairy cattle until I got like a couple thousand. Whoa, slow her down, buddy. I don't know what I've got in here now. Let's take a look. I have 1,800 in there. I started out, I took this to 1,000, but they're producing, so it'll slowly creep up on you. And you can see, if you've been watching today, how many times, guys, have I emptied this damn thing? And this, while I've been live streaming today, it's only been one day. I haven't went into a next game day, so and I've emptied this thing out a couple times now, just in one day. So I might have to cut this down to about 1,000 just to be able to keep up with it. You don't get anything from these cows except for the product that you get from slaughter. So there's no poo being collected here for these. And I don't know how many I've got of these. Let's see. On my other one, every one of the pens is full, and every one of the pens holds 100. So let's see. We got 100 in that pen, and 50 and 50 in another pen. So there's 200, and then there's 300. So that's not quite right, is it? 300? I thought I had 4 pens. No, I've only got 3. Okay, I'm staggering these though. Whenever a couple of game days goes by, I'll fill up another pen so that they're going to be reaching maturity at different times. And when they reach maturity at 18 months, you sell them for beef food, for slaughtered beef at 18 months. And then in a couple days, the next pen will be 18 months. It's not working out exactly like I wanted, but it's working. So let's see. We got this pen. They're only 1 month old. It's a new pen. This one's got 50-50 because I bought 50 and then I bought 50. So I didn't buy the whole 100 at the same time. And this 50 is 13 months and 18 months on the second 50. They're in reproduction mode. These are still in puberty. When they reach, 16 months, 15 months? I can't remember. 14 months. They'll get into reproductive mode. And these are ready to sell. These 50, they can be sold. So those are only 5 months. So I could actually sell that 50. But I'm kind of waiting. I shouldn't be waiting, though. I shouldn't be waiting because I can only hold so many at a time. Ultra, thank you very much. Ultra gets a tractor. Everybody who subscribes gets a tractor. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Get dark on me. All right, where'd my grass go? Best tractor in the game. Cheapest one I could find. I love that. All right. This guy's done. We gotta get some silage going. I need to put some equipment away. Chaff, silage. That's what we're looking for right there. And then get this big mat going. I got stuff to sell. There's flour there. I got some cakes being made. Sun's going down. Wasn't there a Gordon Lightfoot song, Sundown? I tell you, I'm terrible with songs. I can hear a song 1,000 times and I still can't remember the words to it. I can kind of sing along with them as they're being played, but if I had to just tell you what the words were, I could hear it 1,000 times. I wouldn't be able to. Hey, Tim's in the house. Hi, Tim. Got a new laptop for your birthday. Hey, congratulations, buddy. And happy birthday. My truck only holds 64 cattle, but that's okay. I've only got 50 to sell. Or did I say cattle? I don't know how many pigs it holds. It holds 64 cattle. It holds more pigs, but I only have 50 to sell. So Tim, was today your birthday? All right. So, what do we got? We got 270 pigs. And it was the cattle I was going to sell. What am I doing at the pigs? It was cattle. I was right the first time. I told my kid that, Addie, when she's doing her math and stuff, and I told her, I said, you know, odds are that your first solution is going to be right. Doesn't always work that way. It's not a hard and fast rule. But generally, if you're taking a test, your first answer is probably correct. Not always, probably. Now I don't know which of these were the older pig or cattle. So let's see if we can find out. Okay, so these are not. These are 1 month old. So those aren't the ones. I don't know if it's going to be that easy to tell which ones are ready to go. Let's go to this side. These are only 5 months. Well, something's not right. Maybe I was too far from the end. Those are only 1 month. Yeah, I better wait. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm going to have to figure out. Oh, I'm not even close to being to the end. All right. There we go. Okay, so those are 13, those are 18. So those are the ones I want. So let's double click on that. There's the 50. 18 months. There we go. Okay. And then let's head to the slaughterhouse. Oh, he got. Oh, that's right. He couldn't play Farm Sim 22 because but he got a new computer, so he got FS22 also. Tim. Well, hey, that's cool. Selling wrap bales. Man, it's getting dark on me. Well, that's a pretty good birthday. A new computer and a new game. Stay on the road. There's something there that this truck always catches on. My tractors don't catch on that, but the truck does. I don't know what it is. Today's your birthday. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. The only Beatles song I ever liked was a birthday song. Wasn't a big Beatles fan. I liked their first album. Their second was okay. But after that, I didn't really care for their stuff. But I like the birthday song. They say it's your birthday. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. All righty then. We're going to sell us some cows. We're not selling them, but you got my meaning. We're unloading the animals right there. All righty. Put my flashlight on so I can see. Oh, it's lit up. I don't need flashlight. All right. So we just put 50 cows in. Okay, so let's go to our slaughter factory here. And where are we at? There we go, meat. So we got meat. That should be beginning to be, it's storing. Okay, so all the meat products are being stored. We need to get some water over here. Swiss brown? Where'd my cattle go? Wait a minute. It says there's 50 cows in there. Did I not turn it on? Is it not activated? It's not activated. Okay, there we go. But I need to get some water over here. Angus, there they are. I was down here. There we go. So we got 49. It's already produced one. So we're doing meat, and let's do some beef tripe. So activate that, and it'll start producing and laying them out here. Actually, it won't, because I think I've got it turned off.
Yeah.
Let's see if I've got meat. Let's put this on. Change mod output to spawning, and then the same with the tripe. Change that to spawning. So now, as it's being produced, it'll spawn it on the pad here, and we can come along and sell it. So it's nighttime. Let me do that. Turn the light out. Out there. Put my speed boots on. Run back to the house. Fast my little fetal run. Night night. Sleep till 8 o'clock. Sounds good to me. Celebrated your birthday past week? Yeah, some people do. Especially if you get older. Like, if you're working, like with the kids, if they're in school stuff, you can't do a birthday party when they're at school. They got to go to bed early at night. They can't have friends over during the weeknight much. So you would change their birthday to a weekend or something. I know some people that take their birthdays very seriously. I knew a family that...
Oh, yeah.
Cheers, Andy. I knew a family that when somebody in the family had a birthday, it was a week-long event. And they got to do anything they want. It was like being king for a day. Or a week on your birthday. They celebrated the whole week. Anything that kid wanted, anything. You want to go to a water park, whatever. They got to eat what they want, their favorite foods every day. It was like, oh my God, you guys take it way too seriously. You're going to have another one next year. And then you're going to get to be my age and say, I don't want to have any more. I stopped a long time ago. I'm 70 now. I stopped having birthdays when I was in my 30s. Hey, look, the canola's ready to go. Sweet. Time to get to work. Let's see what else we got going. All right, this is... we do have a grain growing. Wheat is growing. Uh-oh. The wheat's only 50% fertilized, though. I got to get fertilizer over here. We got to do that right away. I want a full yield. So let's get this guy over there. We got lime in it right now. I just hit. I just ran over a dead body. I've had that happen. Not to me. We were walking to school one day after a 2 or 3 foot snowfall overnight. And over by the railroad tracks, there was a police car and a pickup truck. And we stopped to we stopped to gawk, and they weren't going to tell us anything, but the tow truck driver talked to us. What happened? What's going on? Was it an accident or something? I mean, like I said, there's about 2 or 3 foot of snow on the ground. Some guy was drunk and I guess passed out in the middle of the street during a snowstorm. Some pickup was driving down the street, couldn't see him because it was just snow, and he thought it was a snow bank, you know. Boop, 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 boop. Just run right over him. The guy was gone. He'd froze to death before the truck ever hit him. We had stuff like that happen all the time when I was a kid. Grew up on an Indian reservation. Not on the reservation. We weren't on it. We were in the Yakima Valley, and in fact, Yakima Valley is pretty much all reservation. Not literally, but... All right, I'm going to dump that, and then we'll drive over and get some fertilizer. Get back to that field. Got 2 fertilizer factories. By God, should have some fertilizer in them. By gosh and by golly. I got to remember to buy 50 more cows for that pen. All right, let's see. Is this the... I think this is the... Is this the part that comes out of? It sure is. All right, so let's replace those 50 cattle. So I took them out of here, I think. So we're gonna replace those with the $300 baby cows, $300 a piece, and we'll put 50 of those in there. So that'll replace those. 13, 14, 15, 16, yeah, we got 5 months and these will be ready to go. Noodles and soybean drinks on your farm or in real life. Story of a few years ago, kid of a celebrity. They had a limit of $10,000 to set up their own birthday party. Oh my God. That's ridiculous. What a waste of money. Of course, if they had that much money, you know, what are you going to do with it? How much money's enough, though? See, that's the question. Some people. All right, let's see if that's working now. Okay, so that says we've got 100%. Move over here, and it's only 50%. Okay, so it's working. It's working. Let's get a combine. Start the canola. Look at that, overnight. We got poop. Overnight poop. Where the hell's my combines at? There we go. Which one is it though? There. Where did I leave? There it is. I was gonna say, where in the hell did I leave the header? On your FS22 farm? Which farm are you playing? Let me guess. Alien Jim? Are you playing No Man's Land? Are you playing one of the giant maps? Oh, I've already got a corn header on here. Doggone it. That is not going to work very good. This might work a little better. No Man's Land. All right, now I'm gonna do, don't knock my mailbox over. I'm expecting tax information. I'm gonna do a headland across the side here. Oh, wait a minute, that's not ready to go. Never mind. What am I thinking? When it's pretty like that, it ain't ready yet. You gotta look dead before you can do it. I forgot. I was getting ahead of myself. Surprised I wasn't getting yelled at by you guys. If Scorpion was here, he yells loud enough I can hear him all the way from Texas. Flour to make noodles. How about eggs? Make egg noodles? Or do egg noodles really have eggs in them? It'd be like have sugar cookies with no sugar. They wouldn't be sugar cookies then, would they? It's like Fig Newtons. They're not a cookie, they're a cake. Just flour. Why do they call them egg noodles then? Or are you talking about your noodles? Just flour. Uh-oh. What happened? Why did it stop? Some make it stop there. I don't know if it's the tree, but something makes it stop there for some reason. I'm over broadcasting there, but I don't really care. I just pretend I got a smart rig. It knows that it's been, so it doesn't throw it over there. Think that works? Look, his truck has a magic tailgate on the end there. It's magic. This mod doesn't have an icon that comes on that tells you it's over the trigger, like some do. Oh, be quiet, Alexa. She's listening all the time. I debate whether to turn those damn things off because I know they're listening all the time. Now, I don't have any straw. Wait a minute. I might have some. No, I don't. No, I don't think I do. All right, we'll let that go. How about grapes? Can we empty some more grapes? Still got some. Oh, this is full. Give it a wash job so I can see out the windshield. Growing sorghum and wheat to make flour, then I turn the flour into noodles for FS22 production chain. Sweet. Sugarless cookies. Anthony's in the house. Did I miss Anthony coming in? Sorry, Anthony. You know, I was all excited that the canola was coming off, but it ain't. It's in the pretty stage. There's a lot of canola grown up in Washington State, where I'm from, where I was from originally. And there are parts of central Washington and eastern Washington that are all farmland. I mean, I'm talking, you can drive miles and miles and miles, and all you see is farmland left and right, farmland up on the hills, in the valleys, nothing but farmland. And if they're doing canola, you come over a rise and the next field will be all canola and it'd be beautiful yellow. It just looks so cool. Just bright yellow on a sunny day. And then when it's ready to harvest, it looks dead. I mean, it looks just, it's kind of a light brown, just deader than hell. Pretty crop though. You can hear that low noise. It sounds like those things are hitting the ground. I love the sounds in FS22. They did a good job on the sounds. What are we going to get for load? 1,200,000. That's pretty good. See, I'm to the point in this game now that I'm making nothing but money. I'm not spending any. I own most of the fields. I don't own all of them, but I own most of them. This on the left here, this whole left side here, I do not own. And I don't own this side either, this one on the right. This side of the map, I don't own any of this. I own everything else though, if you look at the map. See, I don't own, here I am right here. I don't own 13, 11, 1, or 2, but I own everything on this side all the way down to the production. I don't know if I'll buy those or not. I don't know. I really don't have enough time to harvest them all. I mean, it used to be in the old days, I'd use Courseplay and I would hire workers to do everything. You know, they'd be out there working, harvesting. I'd have a truck and trailer coming and picking it up, taking it to the storage. I didn't have to do anything, just manage it. I don't use it anymore. Courseplay, it just doesn't work since, it hasn't worked well since 17, Farm Sim 17. Farm Sim 19 didn't work very good either. I just kind of stopped using it. And I was a big Courseplay guy. I used it for everything. Yeah, Yakima Valley's got lots of hops. Hops are kind of interesting if you're used to grain vineyard, or I mean raisin grape vineyards. Hop field looks like a gigantic grape vineyard. Did they grow them the same way? You know how grapes, you put a pole in a pole and there's a wire that goes between them and the grapes grow up onto the wire? And, you know, and then you put another row in and another row in. So it's pull, 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 wire, 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 wire. And the grapes just grow up onto that wire and spread out, and then you pick the grapes out. Well, that's how the hops work too. The only difference is instead of fence posts, you're using telephone poles, and they go way up, 15, 20 feet in the air, and the lines are drawn, and the hops grow up that way. And it's pretty interesting looking. We used to a lot of hops grown in the valley in Washington State. Okay, Ultra says those trees in front of you are gone. I put production there by the shop at the end of the field. Yeah, I don't know why we chose the production down where we did. I think basically because that's where the water tower was, and I started building around the water tower. I don't know where I'm going. Over to the harvester, I suppose. Yeah, the Yakima Valley itself used to be a lot of fruit, and they've got a kind of a climate that they can grow almost anything. Lots of fruits and vegetables. I mean, I'm talking everything you can think of, except for like olives and artichokes, avocados, that kind of thing. California did that. We did lettuce, carrots, potatoes, peas, corn, every kind of vegetable you can think of. We did in the valley, and all kinds of fruit. So there's probably more fruit than vegetables, but competition from Japan and other countries. And they started pulling all the trees out. When I was a kid, they had regular trees like cherry trees, apple trees, peaches, pears, things like that. Regular trees. And for example, apples, you would have to go out with a 20-foot ladder to get into the apple trees, because that's how big these trees were. And at some point in the 70s, we started pulling all those old trees out and putting in what they called dwarf trees. So now these trees would only grow maybe 9, 10 feet tall, but they produced almost as many apples. And so we didn't need all those great big ladders anymore. It used to be it would take you all day to do 1 or 2 trees, and you'd have to place that ladder and place it and place it and place it and place it to get up in those trees and get all the apples. With the dwarf trees, you could take a 12-foot ladder or 10-foot ladder and just throw it in the middle of the tree and reach everything from 1 or 2 settings. So you didn't have to keep moving your ladder every 5 minutes. A time saver, and it was a lot quicker to get the fruit off. It's a lot better. The fruit didn't get banged up as much. You could make more money because you could set it. If you was smart, you'd look at that tree and look at the fruit on it, grab your ladder and set it just right, and you'd be able to get bag after bag after bag of apples without moving the ladder. And so everything went there. And then they started pulling those out and putting vineyards in. Now there's wine vineyards everywhere now in the Yakima Valley, where there used to be apples and pears and peaches, apricots. What else? Plums. Lots of cherries. Anyway, that brings me to a conclusion today. Time for me to go. Hope you had fun. For the new subscribers, thank you very much. I appreciate it more than you know. And I hope you had fun. Hope to see you on Thursday. In the meantime, take care of yourselves. Take care of your families. Be safe. Be well. And I'll see you next time. Bye.